GSL. My conscience is telling me.
Welcome back to the GSL Code S round of 8. We did just have Maru making it to the semifinals. Now we're about to jump into our second match of the night. It's going to be Zest versus Innovation.
Man, this is going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait for this match to begin.
한지원,
We're going to hear what they have to say.
그리고 이제 남은 사강의 한 명이
Deer,
이번
Bill, and
경기에서
Maru
가려지는데요.
have made it to the
과연
semifinals.
사강
Who is
진출자
going to be number
누가
4?
될지 기대해 주시고요. 이 주인공들 확인해 보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 먼저
Let's meet the
KTBS
two
지성
players.
선수 안녕하세요.
Hello, Zest.
네, SK텔레콤 이신영 선수입니다. 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
Hello, Innovation.
와, 지금 사람들의
Hi.
반응이 무척 이번 경기 흥미로운 것 같습니다. 자, 두 선수의 컨디션부터 물어볼게요. 주성 선수 어떠세요?
Ooh. Oh, that was a rival.
컨디션은 괜찮아요.
How's your condition for tonight?
잠도 잘 자고 해서
It's pretty good.
네.
I slept well.
이신영 선수는요?
Feel good tonight.
저는 조금 피곤한 거 빼고는 괜찮은 것 같아요.
I'm kind of tired. Except for
사람들의
that, I
반응이
feel good.
느껴지시죠?
all
많이
about the
기대하고
seeding with these
계시는데
guys.
준비는 어떻게 잘 되셨어요?
How did you prepare for each
준비는
other?
항상 이게 프로리그가 경기가 계속 있었어가지고
네.
연습을
I always had to
이제
prepare
열심히
for Pro
해가지고
League.
준비는 자동으로 돼 있었는데
Practice very
이번에
hard.
그리고 마지막 이번 연도 마지막 GSL이고 해가지고
네.
네, 저희 팀
It's the last
사람들이랑
GSL for this
열심히
year.
하고 왔어요. 한
오,
2-3일
열심히
동안.
준비했다.
네.
이신영
My Terran
선수는요?
teammates helped me a lot.
저는 일단 쉬는 날이었는데 그래도 팀원들이 한 명씩 나와서 도와줘가지고
Our team
열심히 준비.
had a vacation recently,
네, 두 분 모두
But my
팀원들과
teammates came out to help me
열심히
out.
준비하신 것 같은데, 자,
So I
두
prepared
선수 모두
well with my
작년
teammates.
GSL 우승을 거머쥔 선수들인 만큼 우승자감
Both of
매치로
you
기대를 모으고
are
있습니다.
champions of
이
last
상대에
year.
대해서 어떻게 생각하시는지 궁금하네요. 주성우
How do
선수,
you feel
이신영
about your
선수,
opponent?
GSL 마찬가지로 우승자인데 그 클래스 인정하시나요?
그때 신영이가 우승할 당시에 제가
When Innovation
결승
was a
가기
champion of
직전에서
GSL,
이렇게 윤수한테 무너졌었는데
네.
I got
네.
eliminated by Sue in the
아쉬웠고
semifinals.
그때 결승에서 했으면
I
되게
was really
재밌었을 것
disappointed
같은데
at that
네.
moment.
지금
If I had
생각하니까
played him in the
더
finals,
아쉽고
it would have been a very interesting
Yeah.
match.
연습 때 해보면 되게 잘해가지고
네.
When I play against him in practice,
잘한다고
he's very
생각하는데
good,
이상하게 방송에서 저한테 좀 많이
but he tends to
져줘가지고
lose
네.
a lot in broadcasted matches.
그런 것 같아요.
네, 주성 선수의 이
So I'm
자신감이
pretty
느껴지는
confident against
매트
him.
감사하고요. 이신영 선수는 어떠세요?
Shots fired
역시
there.
마찬가지로 GSL의
Bang,
우승자
bang.
주성 선수인데 어떻게
Bring out the
생각하시는지?
guns, Zest. We want to see him.
일단 제가 성욱이 형한테 좀
all we wanna
많이 져가지고
네.
That's why we're here,
조금은
actually.
위축되는 부분이 있기도
Lost a lot
하고
to
또
Zest.
레더도 워낙 잘 하셔가지고 기본기도 좋고
Kind of feel pressure right now.
오늘 좀
He's very good on the ladder.
어려운 승부라고 생각하고
네.
잘한
So it's going to be a very
선수라고 생각합니다.
difficult match for me.
오늘 이렇게 흥미로운 경기가
I feel like he's a very
이렇게
strong
일찍
player.
나오게 된 점이 참 아쉬울 따름인데 오늘 경기 시작하기 전에 기선 제압할 기회를 드리겠습니다. 서로에게 훈훈한
Any comments to your
한마디씩
opponent before we get started?
주성 선수 한마디 해주시죠.
뭐 따로 솔직히 기산 제압할 필요 없고
네.
얼마 전에 결승 경기 다시 또 올리게 해주면 될 것 같아요.
네,
played in
아주
the finals
탄력받은 주성
recently
선수 무척 기대가 됩니다. 이신영 선수
for
화답해
Pro
주시죠.
League round 4, and I want to remind him once again that I'm the better player.
이건 좀 아쉽게 졌는데 오늘은 다를 겁니다.
I lost him in a disappointing
그렇군요.
match
이신영
recently.
선수가 다르다
today's
말했는데
gonna be
과연
a
어떤
different
경기가
match.
나오게 될지 무척 기대가 됩니다. 자, 과연 이 4강전
That it should
마지막으로
for you
티켓을
guys who
거머쥔
do not
선수는
remember,
누가 될까요?
Innovation
오늘
went up
4강
against
4경기 본격적으로 시작해
in
보겠습니다.
the Pro League round 4 finals. But let's jump into a player VCR right now. So there you have it. Both of these players have been to many finals themselves. A lot of experience between the two of them.
As I was about to say, yeah, very experienced players. Have done a lot in their careers so far. And both of them really looking to take one last win for this year for Heart of the Swarm before it moves on to Legacy of the Void and the game changes completely once again.
Hey guys, we saw someone who should win the Hair Award of the Year for StarCraft there in the finals, or rather in the crowd as well.
Sure, there should be an award for that. Wolf would have to give it out there.
Yeah, you have to ask him later what he thinks.
All right, well, great crowd here tonight on a Friday night. Everyone's finished work for the weekend, and they're here to enjoy some StarCraft before they go home, before they go out, have a little drinky-winky.
And it seems like we had some Chinese-speaking fans there, I believe.
Cool.
Don't quote me on that.
All right.
Could have been Japanese. I'm not 100%. So, but anyway, let's take a look at how these two players did get here. Zest defeated Myungshik twice, lost to Solar actually. Solar got out first in that group. Zest then went on to defeat Solar in the final match there after going down to Biol and defeating Dark as well.
Yeah. And you might have to do the other side too. I have a hard time reading it from here.
Innovation defeated both Flash and Curious, got out first in his round of 32 group, and then defeated Flash again, and then defeated Gumio to get out first in his round of 16 group.
So a lot of TVT so far for Innovation. We did see these two play in the finals of the round 4 playoffs of Pro League. Zest dominated Innovation. He read him like a book. He knew exactly what Innovation had planned, and he hard-counted it beyond anything else we've seen.
Zest was taking a very early third base on Echo, and unfortunately, Innovation did not go for any kind of play that could counter that. And Zest just got way too far ahead and crushed the attack that Innovation tried to go for. So I'm sure Innovation learned a bit from that match. He's like, okay, you know, Echo definitely one of Zest's very strong maps, and as I look over at your screen, it seems like that is going to be map number 1.
Yeah, well, let's see if it's going to be a repeat. The one fatal flaw of Innovation is his predictability. He is so obvious with his styles. He doesn't change it up much. He's very robust and perfected at these styles. His mechanics are on the highest of levels, but it's such an easy read a lot of the time, which has always been his downfall. Back in the Matrix, yeah. Once again re-entered.
Sorry, but I'll have to stop you right here, says Zest. Innovation says simply it's going to be a 3-1.
All right, well, I like the energy bar from Zest more.
Yeah, it's higher.
It's higher. I like that.
I definitely like it better too.
But yeah, look at that from Innovation, showing a lot of respect. 7.5 with the mental, the micro 8, defense 7, and look what Zest did. Zest doesn't respect Innovation too much at all.
Yeah, Innovation definitely one of the strongest Terran players we have, but giving him a 2 for strategy, a 6 for micro, kind of interesting as well. Rates that his highest, thing.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, but it does make sense as well. I guess if he's like reading from the last game those guys played, it's like, yeah, he doesn't have much strategy. He does a lot of the same stuff again and again.
I don't know if I would call his macro his best point there, though, or his micro rather.
Yeah,
because he's really like this big macro, like mechanical type Terran.
There's no macro option there, so I guess he just chose the one that started with them.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess we'll go with that.
His mental is also about halfway there.
All right. Well, as we crack out the banjo and get ready for number 2.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw, let's get into this. It's a banjo remix, I believe, if I remember from last time.
Yeah.
Well, here is Zest. Zest is best, a lot of them say. We'll have to find out tonight.
Yeah. They also said this is kind of the age of Zest as well.
Age of Zest.
He went 7-0 in Pro League. He wrecked the Pro League Round 4 finals. This guy is on fire.
Yeah, he is back in top form. He's looking to win this whole thing, and I would not be surprised if he does, to be honest. He's played so well lately. He's dominating that Pro League, as you said. Yeah, everything's pointing towards Zest heavily favored in this match.
I actually think he's a shoo-in for the finals. Like, I think he rolls over Innovation here, and then he goes up against Maru and destroys him as well.
Well, look at the amount of wins to losses he has. 8 wins, 2 losses in his last 10 PvTs. Disgusting.
You guys can see here he did play off against Innovation in the Round 4 finals there for Pro League. He also faced Maru twice in that group I was talking about. SSL around the 16, defeated them both times 2-1.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the wide range of Terran players he's played against. A lot of different styles in that mix. Dream, Bomber, Yoda, Innovation, Maru, all these guys play so differently, and he's handled them all, except for maybe TY and Hot. I think I was down the bottom.
Yeah.
It's a once-off there. Never again.
I think it was actually Innovation. He did go down to him in
okay.
9EM
I missed it.
Gamescom. But yeah, him and TY going down to TY, of course, did go on to the round of 4 and did go down to Bial, who is playing in the finals. Kind of this long string of things there, but anyway, that was Zest. Here is Innovation. In the booth, repping SK Telecom T1, just wearing the t-shirt tonight. He might be a bit cold later on today. I also only wore a t-shirt.
You made a mistake today, Valdez.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. Let's see how
we'll just have to
goes.
wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, Valdez. Yeah, Innovation. Here we go. 7-3. So not as bad either. Losing his last couple there. Something to note.
And take a look at some of the wins he did get. Defeating Alicia, Super, Lilbo. I mean, Lilbo's proven that he's a fantastic player as well, but Haas. I mean, some of these wins are not as strong as the wins that Zest has taken against some of those higher level Terran players.
Yeah, it's actually a big difference in the last 10 games played. Innovation been doing a lot of traveling internationally. Arguably, international scene is a bit easier than here in Korea, especially in a GSL or Star League. Lilbo, fantastic player there. I'll give him credit where credit is due, winning that most recent WCS. House, Super Alicia though, these guys, certainly not the strongest Protosses out there.
Yeah. Innovation, chatting a bit here with Zest as well, joking around a bit.
Yeah, another thing to note, these guys are practice partners a lot of the time, as they had mentioned in interviews recently. So they know each other pretty well, which is probably why Zest knew how to deal with Innovation on Echo the first time around. It's really going to come down to, does Innovation mix it up or does he try something similar?
Innovation told Zest to just give up. Wow. Poggy's like, why? Poggy. Zest is like, why would I give up now? You know, what are you talking about, Matt? Like, let's take a look at the maps for this one. Zest banning out Coda, Innovation banning out Expedition Lost.
Okay, alright. Starting off with Echo, then Iron Fortress, Terraform, Vani Research Station, and then the Cactus Valley.
Get the cactuses out. For me, I don't think it's going to get to set number 5. I think it... Well, I don't know. If Innovation comes out really prepared, I think we go to set number 5, maybe.
I think it was a big lesson for Innovation, playing Zest in that finals of Pro League. It's like, wow, okay, this guy knows me so well. I really have to change things up in a big way, or he's going to read me like a book every game and embarrass me like he did in that match.
And starting off with Echo, definitely going to be Zest's favorite there. He loves that map, outside of it being pretty decent for Protosses to get a third base up against Terran. But then we go into Iron Fortress for game number 2, bringing it back kind of in Innovation zone.
Yeah, that's a good place for Innovation to be. See if you can take full use of it. You know, a very hard map for Protoss to get a third and fourth up on and defend everything at once.
Well, we're having a kind of another telecom wars between these two players. We had a team kill earlier on, you know, from one of the least exciting to one of the most exciting matchups in terms of teams.
That's right. The telecom wars, always fun. Such a rivalry between them.
Zest was able to defeat him recently, but Innovation definitely going to be coming back with a new fire. This is going to be the last GSL of the year, and both these players do want to make it as far as possible. The map is loaded up. Let's jump into Echo for Zest versus Innovation, game number 1.
핫6 GSL 시즌 3.
Down in the bottom right, he is very chiseled, and he also plays Protoss.
KT 롤스터 제스트.
Well said, Valdez. Well said. Couldn't have said it better myself. There he is in all his glory.
Yeah. Wonder what he looked like without glasses.
That's a great question.
We gotta ask him.
Look at that. likes to kiss trophies,
Yes.
as they all do. Up here in the top left, in blue, the Terran player, he is the one and only Robot.
SK Telecom T1 Innovation.
Ooh, lots of fans here for Innovation.
Bit of a fan favorite here.
Yeah, keep in mind, I think probably 60% of our audience tonight is, foreign.
Also a champion.
So Innovation, lots of fans outside of Korea as well. Pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I think both of these guys have a pretty heavy foreign fan base.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Zest, one of the best Protosses in the world, easily hands down, if not the best right now.
It's kind of interesting to see Classic go down to Deer. I'm thinking about other strong Protosses. Deer came out and just like in a best of 3. They're very good friends, so they knew each other very well. They practiced together all the time, and Deer just kind of made him look silly in some of those PvP games.
Man, Deer is such like a coin flip Protoss. I would never bet on Deer. I would never put $1 on him because he is so hit and miss.
We used to in Pro League, and then once we began to figure that out, we were like, oh,
you can't rely on this guy because he is so good one day, and the next day he might as well lose to Terra or something. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
I think that semifinal match against BL is going to be another 3-0.
You think so?
To be honest, I think it's a best of 5.
It could be Deer destroying him too, man. You never know with this guy. Like, maybe this is his season. Maybe he just wins the whole thing.
I remember that one time I predicted him to win against Flash on Vonnie Research Station, and Flash at the time was something like 4-10 in Pro League, and I'm like, okay, this is an easy pick. Deer's doing all right, and Deer just got like Flash mopped the floor with his face.
I remember that. I
I was just like, what the hell is this? Like,
it happens, dude. It's such a strange thing with him. Well, we did see gas first from Innovation going into a very quick factory in Starport, so he wants to apply the aggression early. It's going to be up to Zest to identify this and be on point with his Photon Overcharge.
we're talking about the I Am the Viper event, which we have over at the next arena.
Wrong place. You don't get anything
He's
here.
like, I abducted my friend. GSL's like, I don't care.
It's like, sorry, bro, wrong studio.
Thanks for showing him StarCraft, but you don't get any prizes. Sorry.
So funny. That's so funny. All right, well, Probe went down. Marines and Hellion denied it.
Yeah.
He did see how early that Hellion was there, so he's like, okay, I understand. I cannot scout with my mothership.
And this Hellion, well, there's going to be one pylon mate here. Stalker out of position, and it's going to get into the main base and see not that much.
No, not too much. He's surprised if he got a kill as well. Damage one probe.
Yeah, still no tech here from Zest. He is chrono boosting out a bunch of Stalkers to deal with the aggression that is coming his way.
Yeah, I kind of like this idea of getting out as many Stalkers as you can. Very late on the Robo, though, which could be a scary thing.
There is an armory on the way.
All right.
And he's got a Wintermine drop coming across the map right now.
Yeah.
But what?
Well, let's see what he's got planned. It's not Terran versus Zerg.
Yeah.
So
Innovation's like, oh, I thought I was
it's
facing
like,
BL.
oh man, that's the next match. Damn it. Well, let's see what he can do. I'm interested to see where this armory leads. Most likely going to be those Hellbats, I would have to think. Right? We'll see. We'll see.
You would assume.
We'll find out.
Uh-oh.
He's going to get one hit.
Innovation trying to target there, I suppose, but only gets one.
Photon overcharge from the natural as well to deny these Marines. Trying to think of a word.
Here we go, coming in now. Another Widowmine dropped.
Oh, be careful not to get too close there. He's going to give up a pylon for it there. And look at that drilling claw. So he's going to really start to apply the pressure with these Widow Mines. I like this a lot, actually. Drilling claws rush. Oh, got to deal with this before it triggers. There we go.
It's pretty cool.
I like it.
I cannot remember the last time I saw this against any race.
This is a rare thing.
Yeah.
So
He's like, I saw that time that Bunny defeated SOS by killing 35 probes. Maybe I can do that as well.
I mean, if you can do it, if you can get the Widow Mines in and there's no reaction from the Protoss. I mean, even with drilling claws, like, you don't really have much time to react. You can't just lose units, and there's no stopping it.
Yeah, I think this is a very prepared build. Well, I know it's a very prepared build for this map specifically because, as we said before, this is the map that Innovation did go down against Zest. You know Zest is very strong on this map. Protoss can do decently on it as well.
Yeah.
So he wanted to bring out some kind of surprise.
This is certainly going to be a surprise for Zest. You can even have units waiting. It doesn't matter when you have Drilling Claws. Unless you've got enough units to one-shot them all, there's just no chance you're going to get out of there undamaged. And Zest will not have any idea this is coming either. He does not have a scout off at all. He doesn't even have an observer near that base.
Yep.
Here we go with the first two.
Drilling Claws is done. And here they go. They're drilling. And there it is. Gigantic shots. 12 probes are going to go down. They will be cleaned up, but it doesn't matter. They get the damage.
It just did everything it needed to do, and that was 2 Widow Mines. And there were Stalkers waiting for it as well. So this is a very hard position for Zest to be in. He's going to be on the full defensive, and already we're seeing a Dark Shrine be added to the deck. So looking to take some chances here.
Yeah, it's an interesting one going for that Dark Shrine. You know, kind of a strange game. This would be one of those times where maybe Innovation is so focused on a strategy he won't even prepare for some DTs in his main.
It's a big investment. It's a big investment to go for mines like this early with Drilling Claws. You're obviously going to sacrifice a lot of production with your army. The buy is going to come a lot later. Let's see if Zest can weather the storm there. You've got to remember that Medivac is a little bit weak now. It's about 2/3 of its HP, so it could get shot down before the mines even drop. If Zest is paying attention.
Yeah, he has to be staring at his minimap right now. You could, like, if you've got Source, you could just look at Zest's face. You see him looking constantly at that minimap.
He's ready for it. Blink's about to finish as well, which is going to help out tremendously.
Would have loved to see a repair on this medevac. Would have made this so much more effective.
Kind of surprised he didn't go for that. He's actually sending it back now.
One Marine gonna deny that third base coming up.
There we go, 4 more heading to the main base. All right, wow. He's gonna look for that double drop, it seems. I like this though. Warp Prism's gonna really even things up.
Ooh. There's a turret at the natural, but there is none in the main. And that is what a Warp Prism can obviously afford. You can get those DTs straight into the main. Let's see if Innovation does scout it out.
He's warping in 3 DTs at that Warp Prism. He should have seen that Medivac. I think he did. He's going to be prepared for it. And that's 4 Widow Mines in that. He cannot let it go down.
Yeah, that Medivac cannot enter the base right now.
Oh, smart scan from Innovation.
But he just did spend a scan when there are DTs heading towards his main at the same time.
Yeah, let's have a quick look and see if he actually has energy. No, he does not. He's about to have energy in his main. 1 scan could help out a little bit here, but his units are completely out of position.
2 DTs straight into the main. Turret is beginning now, but he's just going to cancel it. Knows that he can't get it up. Needs to get the perfect scan. Will Zest split up his DTs? It looks like it.
Oh, blows up the turret once again.
9 SCVs in damage.
Pretty good damage, to be honest. Evening things up in a lot. There's 12 probes that went down earlier.
Now Innovation is like, well, I'm sitting on 2 base. I'm going for this attack. Maybe he'll try to drop all these Widow Mines with Drilling Claws straight on top of the army and have a really nice bio timing afterwards with 5 rags.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at this army that's coming across the map right now, and look what Zest has. He's got 1 Colossus, 15 Stalkers, and a Zealot, and 2 Sentries. That is nothing compared to this army. 12 Marauders, 6 Medivacs, 18 Marines.
Yeah. Well, Innovation going to press up in here, stims up. There's the Drilling Claws. It's a big hit, and here they come, straight onto that Protoss army. The big hits on everything, and it just melts. Everything melts.
Everything goes down. The army is completely destroyed, and from here, there's nothing really left for Zest to do. He lost everything. He's got Stalkers coming in now, but you don't want Stalkers against many Marauders.
And more Widow Mines into the main. Huge hit. CG. That's going to be it. Innovation with a really strong build in game number 1.
Yeah, that was a sick style. Really intelligent from Innovation. He changed things up in a big way. He knew he had to.
Oh, man.
Beautiful execution there, to be honest.
That build is actually so strong. I don't think I've ever seen that before either. And what a badass Innovation is. In the chat, he's like, I got this build prepared. He didn't say that, but he's just like, oh, just give up now. You have no chance. I'm going to kill you in this first one.
That would have been a frustrating game for Zest as well. You know, he lost probes early enough that it really affected him getting into Colossus safely. He was really looking to do some serious damage with those DTs, but that one scan shut it down.
Look at Innovation fixing his hair. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of good at this. I know what I'm doing. That was really fantastic.
Well, see what he can do on Iron Fortress. This is not going to be a very favorable map for Zest either. We can see the same kind of build from Innovation. I wouldn't be surprised.
What if he just did it 3 times in a row and it worked out? Like,
well, it's really going to come down to does Zest have a counter for it, right? Like, does he have an idea of how to deal with it? Maybe, you know, Phoenix early would help out. Maybe that Oracle opening, just so you have detection and as well as that option to go into Phoenix and pick up any sort of mine to try and land.
Innovation was saying in the chat, he's like, were you really affected by that build? Did you feel really pressured when the Widow Mines were coming in?
Wow. A lot of specs over these guys. Oh, man. Wow.
And Zest's just like, oh, wow, you really prepared for this one.
Yeah. No doubt about that. It's rare that you see Innovation bust out such an innovative strat, funnily enough.
And Zest even said it himself. He's like, if you do it again, I think it's going to work again. Like, I don't know how to stop this.
It's kind of crazy. Drilling Claws that early on. Well, let's see if Zest has an answer on Iron Fortress. Naturally less favorable for Protoss because of the positioning, because of how far away bases are from each other.
Yeah, for sure. Zest kind of in a funny spot. Maybe he'll... I don't know. I just want to watch it go down. Will Innovation do the same build? Or is Zest going to have a decent game here on not the most favorable map? I think he needs to win this next one in order to stay into this series. The third map is Terraform, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you certainly do not want to be going down another game like this. Yeah, mentally, you're just going to be in such a hard place, fighting against match point for 3 games.
Yeah. Well, guys, let's jump straight into set number 2 right now on Iron Fortress between Zest and Innovation.
핫6 GSL 시즌 3.
Up here in the top right, in the red, the Protoss player.
KT 롤스터 제스트.
Now, this guy got Terraned hard that last game.
He got widowed in the face. Let's see if he can change things up there. And up here in the top left.
SK텔레콤 T1 Innovation.
What else does he have planned? He could play a more standard game on this kind of map. It would certainly favor his normal style of pulling the boys, going for a timing, especially in horizontal positions.
Oh, yeah. Again, I think this is Chinese.
You sure? I thought this kind of looks like Japanese.
Someone's going to tweet at us. Okay, tweet at Brennan Valdez or Munglede. Tell us what language that is if you actually do know.
I think it's like very messy Japanese, in my opinion.
Or, yeah.
I'm very
or
ignorant
messy Chinese.
Chinese generally looks a lot more intimidating for me. Oh, look, Innovation fighting.
Innovation fan. Yeah. I like using the 2 different colors of markers to make it look 3D. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, fooled me for a second.
Good work.
All right, well, standard sort of build from Innovation to start things off. Pylon, bottom of the ramp.
Get that Hellion pylon down.
Ooh, I
Hellion
like that.
pylon down.
Ooh, Brandon.
You missed. I was casting with Wolf, and I said micro 3 times.
Micro?
Yeah.
Wait,
like Reaper micro is what I was trying to say, but I just kept on saying micro for some reason.
That's really good. Yeah.
Wasn't my best day.
You're just making up language, man. I love that.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. I just say it's Australian.
Yeah.
It's never is.
That's how Australians say it.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
Aussie language.
Yeah.
Never is. Well, look at this pylon.
Pylon boys.
Pylon in the bottom right. What is it going to be from here? Could be Twilight. Could be a Stargate, though I hope it's not, because that would be a bad place for it. SUV, we'll take a look. We'll have a gander.
Is he going to go in the corner, though?
Nope.
Just scouting the main. He's just looking
boy.
for Zest on the map. And
Oh boy, it's going to be that Twilight Council, so a very quick DT rush.
And keep in mind, this is a 4-player map, so Innovation got unlucky. If he had scouted the correct way, he would know something is wrong.
He would know something is amiss. Stalker will be waiting for that SCV.
Yep. This SCV will, well, hold that thought.
Hold the phone, Valdez.
Ninja SCV, he's got his mask on.
We'll see how far he goes. Well, there's going to be a second Stalker in just a moment.
Yeah, no Mothership Core. I think he's got to know something's up here. Both gas is taken for a while, no expand.
Oh, Blink. Okay. No Dark Shrine at all. Going for some very aggressive style with these quick Blink Stalkers. Could do something here. See very late factory this time around.
See how Innovation reacts to this. It's going to be kind of interesting. I think he knows something is amiss, but he doesn't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, Widowmine's going to help out a lot with this. Naturally, they always do against these early sort of timings, but Blink Stalkers can trigger it and get out of there undamaged with their Blink.
Robotics facility coming down as well, so it's not a super all-in, just straight Stalker Blink kind of.
Yeah, it's going to have an answer for those Widow Mines in due time. And one bunker is not going to help you. You're going to need a multiple. You're going to need to identify this. Might see a scan come down soon.
He hit a probe actually behind this natural as well. He could maybe get a pylon down.
Oh yeah, certainly could. There's nothing but pure Marines here as well from that reacted barracks, so no Marauders anytime soon either. And not until the second barracks finishes its tech lab at least. Here we go.
Engineering bay coming down. There's a pylon set up very close to the front.
Oh, look at this. We actually see that second bunker on the top of the ramp as well. It's going to help out a lot.
Yeah.
He knows something's coming. He's kind of on the defensive right now. He hasn't seen anything that leads him to believe that Zest wants to play a macro game.
And I'm not sure how Zest is really going to get damage done. I mean, especially on this map, it is so hard to blink into the main. There's that one lip. If you just put a bunker and a Widow Mine, it should be able to shut it down. He's even got 2 Widow Mines.
Yeah, and if you try and jump up and go past that, you're going to get swarmed by Marines and SCVs. So you have very little options here.
This is kind of an awkward spot for Zest.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think he's just going to take a Nexus.
He might be forced to. He's kind of waiting, containing. And he's going to start with dealing with this Widow Mine. And there we go. He's going to show his Stalkers here. He's going to go look for the damage, but there's so much bio waiting already.
Yep, and no Nexus here, going to be going all in. That is a ton of Stalkers. No Stim for a very long time. He is going to have some Marauders, which will help out, but that Stim is very late.
It's kind of a scary sort of bio attack that he could go for after the Stim is finished there. Like, he's going to have so many Marine Marauder. And we're still on 1 base for Zest, and Zest's actually fully committing to this. 3 more Stalkers on the way. Completely all in from here. He's got no other option at this point.
Going for the Time Warp, trying to burst down that bunker. He should be able to.
Oh,
so close, not going to get it.
Oh my god, this is a horrible place to be in. He's got so many awakened Stalkers at this point too. 5 of them on half HP.
And now a second bunker is completed. More and more bio coming out. Every second brings him closer to finishing Stim at the same time. Desperately trying to kill as many SCVs as possible to keep him in this game.
He's trading out a lot of SCVs. He got a few there, but that's 2 command centers pumping them non-stop. Here we go again.
Where's the rest of the army? They were actually in the main, and this time he should be able to break down that bunker, and he does.
Still, at what cost, you know? So many weakened Stalkers. We got about 10 weakened Stalkers now. They're all heavily damaged, and more Marauders are getting into the mix here. Stim not far away from finishing, and 3 Widow Mines at the top of that ramp. What if he just scanned and killed that Observer? What does he do then? He can't deal with anything. Oh, this could help out.
Look at the moves! Going to force field out the entire army,
look
but
at the
look at the repair.
Oh
it is going to keep this alive for a very long time. He's trying to burst it down.
He finally gets it down, but now the force field's gone. Second bunker finished.
And look at this. Time Warp is going to slow everything down, but you know he's just going to back off, and Stim is going to finish. Tanks are coming out.
Oh, and he gets rid of the Observer finally. and he's down the bottom of the ramp. Oh, 3 Widow Mine's going to be burrowing at the top here. Oh,
Nice.
He's got to be so careful.
Now he could potentially go into the main, and he's going to force field off that ramp at the same time. Here he comes in the main.
All right, well, it's going to give him some time in the main base, but what does he do once force field's gone?
Yeah.
What does he do from there? Stim is finished, by the way.
Yep. Stim is done. Those Widow Mines are going to be off cooldown pretty soon here.
Oh, he's looking to blink down here. Oh, maybe not.
This is such a cool play out of Zest.
Oh, a tank as well.
And he's in the main now. On top of that production, nothing else is really going to come out of these buildings as long as these stalkers are right here. But look at this. This is what we were talking about. The force field is done. Everything from Innovation is now in the main. Zest is going to blink to the natural.
Well, this could be the rest of his stalkers going down if Innovation gets enough of a spread of damage here. He tried to find the damage here, but now his army is going to get completely obliterated.
Yeah. Takes out 16 SCVs, but the army of Innovation is like 3 times as strong as Zest right now.
Yeah, nearly double the supply right now. Stim is finished, tanks on the way. Innovation's in a good place to just shut this down from here on out. He should have at least a couple of SCVs on that bunker there to stop this from happening.
I think the only way Innovation loses this game is if he like overreacts and like starts building more bunkers and just sits back in his base for a very long time and somehow allows Zest to get some AoE up.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
And that's the reason why Zest is trying to, you know, play it off as if he's not making a Nexus right now. He's trying to pressure as much as possible, show Innovation that he is going all in here.
I think the window for punishment, though, is so large for Innovation right now.
Yeah.
Like, he has so much time to just move across the map when he is ready and go for the kill.
That's very true. He's got so many Marauders out on the map now. Stim is done. He's finally getting a starport out here, so we'll begin to add medevacs into this. And Colossi are like miles away. He's still on 2 gas. Only now is his natural Nexus finishing up.
Really, the only thing, missing from this army is medivacs. That's the only thing stopping him from moving out right now. So he's on like a waiting list. He's waiting. Sorry for. I was gonna say he's on a waiting list. I'm like, that doesn't make sense at all. But he's waiting for medivacs, and once they're finished, he can move across the map and try and end this, or at least start to apply the pressure and do some damage and look for a third behind it.
He's waiting for his appointment with the doctors.
The medivac doctor.
Yeah. This is an interesting play as well. We see this sometimes when, you know, all-ins go wrong. Make a Warp Prism, try to keep the Terran in his base for way too long. As we were saying before, this is really the only way that Zest comes back in this game, if Innovation just chills in his base for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, he certainly did start that starport pretty late considering the situation. But 2 medivacs are about to finish up, so he's going to move across the map. And he's got a pretty scary army at this point. We're looking at 8 Stalkers, 4 Sentries, and a Mothership Core versus 10 Marauders, 15 Marines, a tank, and 2 medivacs, and 2 mines.
But Zest, you know, he's just not going to defend. He's not going to fight this army, ever. He's just saying, okay, we're just going to try to base trade here, I guess. Here he goes. Gonna hide some probes, even.
Let's see how that works out. And Innovation simply just going to go for the kill here. It's going to be a big base trade.
This is such a funny style out of Zest. Let's see if it works out. He's got a bunch of sentries as well, so Innovation is not getting back into his base, but he can, of course, fly his buildings away. Zest kind of just has to make a bunch of buildings on the map, I suppose, but I don't know.
He's going to try and escape with some of these probes, and he will. So it's going to be a pretty decent sort of base trade. It's not going to really end the game either way, but I feel like the army of Innovation is kind of overwhelming for what we have composition-wise for Zest right now. It's all Stalkers.
Innovation just mining as long as possible, and he's just going to fly away that orbital. It won't go down. It looks like Zest wants to take the base of Innovation with all those probes.
Yeah, literally going to trade bases. He's going to try for these SCVs, but that's a lot of SCVs escaping too. Not even going to kill many of them either. Still sitting at about 11.
Some Widow Mines here. This Observer is going to be very important towards the end. Cannot lose that here against the Widow Mines. Innovation is going to come back, but with all the sentries, unless he gets a giant drop into the main, it's going to be pretty hard. I don't think Zest can fight on the low ground.
No. It's really going to come down to the force fields there. And look at this Sim City. He's going to try and make Marines from it, looks like. Gotta be careful with this army there. Doesn't want to waste too much bio on Blink Stalker. trade pretty efficiently.
And Zesty spent so many of his minerals on more units. So he's not going to have any base, whereas Innovation is slowly going to get up a base of his own. Innovation looking to take game number 2 here in a very comfortable spot in this game.
Yeah, he's looking very good. And he finally found those 2 Widow Mines in the main base of Zest, so he's going to turn that around as well. He's in a great place right now. Zest really is against the clock. He has to make something happen, or he's just going to lose the game eventually.
This is going to be cute. Innovation does have to remember that there is a Warp Prism on the map, and just make sure that he can spot it, because Zest could potentially, yeah, he could ferry over here, and oh, he can actually blink over here. All right,
Just
barely, with like only the front 2 stalkers.
well, let's see what it can do here. They're really getting caught out.
Going for a time warp now.
Not really much
Cuts the army in
DPS.
half.
I don't know if it's even going to be enough. Everything going down.
GG. That's going to be it. Kind of a last-ditch, desperate effort there from Zest, but Innovation going up 2-0 against Zest.
Dominating the series so far. Kind of surprised, to be honest. I thought Zest would have a lot more in the tank, be a lot more prepared for someone like Innovation, but Innovation looking very smug in that booth.
I was predicting like 3-1, 3-0 even if Zest was on his game today, but Innovation is showing a whole new side to his TVP tonight. TVP.
Yeah, in a big way. Well, I'm excited at the same time. It's great to see Innovation playing this kind of style. We don't normally get to see him bust out the new tech, the new sort of strategy. We usually used to him seeing the same sort of mechanical style from him again and again and again. Very smart play today so far. Going into map 3 on Terraform. Scary map once again for Zest. It could be a 3-0 from here.
Yeah. This is a map that Zest oftentimes bans out against Zerg, I think, as well as Terran. And not a map that he plays on too often. He's definitely not going to be too comfortable on it, as you mentioned. Whereas Zest, Innovation looking really happy in that booth.
Yeah, and look at that. No more banter anymore in the chat.
Yeah.
Complete silence from Zest. He is so mad right now.
Innovation says GG, good luck, and Zest says nothing.
You just see it on his face as well. Like he's frustrated, and we can all understand that if we've played StarCraft. You know how angry you can get after a couple of bad games.
Oh yeah.
He's got to try rally though, and he's not out of it yet. He's fighting against match point. Got to win 3 in a row if he wants to take down Innovation and make it to the semis.
Yeah. Really got a feel for Zest. Echo was his map, and he got bopped on by a sick new strat that is, you know, quite fantastic, well prepared from Innovation. And then he's on Iron Fortress. He feels pressured, you know, to not go for any kind of macro game on that map and go for some kind of very big blink all in that just does not work out. Innovation holds it off with flying colors.
Well, let's see if things turn around, Valdez. It has to. Well, Zest is going to be out surprisingly 3-0.
Yeah. Would be a surprising defeat for sure. As we mentioned before, 7-0 in Pro League, making it this far in the GSL as well is no easy feat. The map is loaded. Let's jump into set number 3 on Terraform.
핫6 GSL 시즌 3.
Down here in the bottom right in the red, the Protoss player down 2 games.
KT 롤스타 제스트.
Looking very stressed right now. Pressure is on here.
Angry Zest.
Angry Zest. And up here in the top left in the blue.
SK텔레콤 T1 Innovation.
Let's see what he does this time around. I want to see that Drilling Claws rush once again. I want to sort of see
I want to see it too.
I want to see Zest deal with it or try and deal with it, but it actually was a really cool style, and I think it would be pretty good in this map as well.
I want to go home and off race.
Just finish it there. I want to go home. Well, to be fair, it is your birthday party tonight, Valdez.
It'll be fun. But no, I do want to go home and off race as Terran and try this one. That's what I was going to say, I swear.
Sure, buddy.
My passion is raging.
I love you, Valdez. You're great, man. What are you playing, dude? It's going to be a normal start. for Innovation, so nothing like this, the game number 1 where we did see that gas first.
Zest scouting his main.
Hey man.
He's like, I'm not losing this game. I don't care what it takes. Innovation fans from Canada, it looks like there. Nice to have you guys down in the studio.
Yep. A lot of Innovation fans, actually.
Yeah, he got that big cheer in the first game.
Did. Well, let's see what Zest can do. I feel like he is playing tilted right now. He's not happy. He's 100% focused there. He does not want to let another game go like that. I think we're going to see probably more of a normal game from him. I don't think we're going to see another roll-in. I think he wants to play a straight-up game for once. We'll see there.
Yeah, I think he's just going to try to play his best game here. No more shenanigans against Innovation. I think he should be confident in those later games against Innovation. Maybe not so much on this map, but he doesn't really have a choice for the map right now, you know? So, do see Reaper expand, as well as pretty standard Protoss expand, except the Zealot comes out because that SCV.
Huh. Well, normally you don't make the Zealot, but I guess this time around he's going to try. He's going to go for a bit of a run around the map, but there is a Reaper waiting, so we can just simply deny it.
Yeah. Again, I guess you just got to make do with what you're given. Look at this. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Innovation's like, oh, I'm up 2 games. This is Terraform.
He's got 2 games to burn before he has to really start to sweat. So it's like, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's get a little greedy here. Clearly he's playing against someone who is not happy right now. Very frustrated. Can't take chances like this, and it probably goes undetected.
And if he kills Innovation, or rather, if he kills Zest with this build in Game 3 for a 3-0, this would be one of the biggest stomps, maybe even bigger than the BL versus Gumio one we saw on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, it's just it's crazy how different the games are compared to like when we see Zest play Innovation in Pro League.
Yeah.
How one-sided that was. Just completely opposite games here today.
Yeah. And Zest is not going to scout this. Innovation is just going to get away with it, and what we see so far out of Zest is this very safe Blink build into probably a robotics facility. We were talking about how he wants to play a safe macro game, sit back, play his, get to that later game as Protoss where he's comfortable. But, I mean, if he goes for this kind of safe build, we'll see though.
This is all you can do. I mean, I'm not surprised one bit. Kind of going on autopilot here.
Yeah.
Making sure he doesn't make any more mistakes. Well, same for Innovation. Innovation taking full advantage of this sort of situation. And you see that Blink coming out.
And it's not going to be any kind of safe build here. He's actually turning on the heat.
All right, so this actually is the correct choice, I feel. This is such a smart idea. He's going to run into a Reaper and lose this probe, but going for this kind of third command center like this, he doesn't have the production, he doesn't have the units,
doesn't have the tech,
doesn't have anything to deal with this kind of 7-gate Blink Stalker roll in.
Yeah. This Reaper is trying to be a hero and deny the probe from getting out on the map. It does go down, so it's going to delay it slightly, I suppose, but another probe does come out here just as well and gets some nice forward pylons here.
All right, well, so far we're seeing 2 barracks in production. Producing units, sorry. 1 Marauder, 2 Marines at a time. Stim's still a long way away. No bunker at the front door. Nothing to really deflect this from coming if it remains undetected like this. You could just simply see a very quick GG.
Could be.
So many Stalkers coming in now.
Here we go, the Warp-ins. 3 more Stalkers, 4. Going to go only Stalkers here with that Blink. Gonna Blink straight into the main, no bunkers.
Oh, there is one now. Surprise! Into the main it goes. Oh, working on the stim as well. That ain't finishing.
Yep, there it goes. No repair, no stim for an extremely long time. As we were saying before, against 7 gates, this is going to be an incredibly hard hold.
Yeah, completely unupgraded bio. He does have Marauder production on the way and a lot of racks up finished up, but that is so many Stalkers, more and more coming in, and there's not even a bunker to deflect this.
Needs to shoot down this bunker, and he will. He's going to go down here quite easily. I think Innovation needs to start making bunkers elsewhere in his main, maybe even in the back here somewhere. because I don't think he can fight straight up against this many units.
Certainly not. Well, he's going to be trading out a lot of SCVs for this. He's not really finding any damage at all. He's going to trade it out here.
Yep, here's the time warp. And Zest is going straight forward with this Blink Micro, warping in a bunch of Zealots in the face of Innovation. Pushing forward now with the Blink, just trying to target down as many units here. And this may be lights out game number 3 for Innovation.
Simply too much, overwhelming amount of units from the Protoss. He's fighting everything. No chance of escape here.
That's going to be it. Zest, a really nice build here on Terraform. GG keeps himself in the series.
Turns things around. Still not looking happy about it. Still has 2 more games to go if he wants to take the series from Innovation. Innovation taking a big chance on that map there with that hidden third base. He went the exact wrong thing to do against what Zest had planned.
Yeah. It's funny, you know, Zest, this is part of the reason why he is a top finisher so often. It's just little things like this. We were talking about in the cast in the beginning. We're like, okay, he's going to play very safe. He's going to sit back, play his game, try to go for the late game, not die to anything. And we see him do the exact opposite because he sensed that Innovation was doing something very greedy. He didn't see it. He didn't see the third CC. He didn't get a scout of the main, really, I don't think. And he just, I don't know, somehow he just felt it. It's that star sense.
Yeah, need to go for it again. That's going to bring us to the next game. I can't remember exactly what the map is going to be. We'll find out in just a second.
Not sure exactly myself.
So he's going to be turning this around. And yeah, still Innovation on that match point. Zest with 2 to go.
Now he's got to win 2 in a row. He's done it before, and I wouldn't doubt that he could do it again. But guys, we're going to take another 5-minute break before we go to that game number 4.
I make it HOT6 GSL. My conscience is
We are back at the GSL Code S round of 8. We just finished set number 3 here between Innovation and Zest. Zest keeping his hopes alive. It is now 2-1 in favor of Innovation.
That's right, Innovation on match point still. Could have been a 3-0, but very smart from Zest going for that all-in Blink Stalkers against a very greedy opening from Innovation, going for that hidden third base straight off the bat. Now, Barney Research Station is the next map for game number 4.
This is going to be an interesting one. Zest has shown some pretty nice games against Zerg on this map. None against Terran that really come to mind. I mean, I'm sure he's played against Terran on this map. But
yeah. It has been a while, to be honest. I can't remember the last game I've seen Zest play on this map. Innovation, fantastic mech player. No doubt would love to play this map against a Terran or a Zerg. Against a Protoss, though, let's have a look-see.
Yeah, I mean, it does have that third base, which is quite easy to take. It's pretty far away from the Terran, but there's also that back door that the Terran can really abuse in terms of drops unless the Protoss kind of over-prepares for it.
Yeah, to be honest, I just want to see that Drilling Claws rush again. This is another good map for it. Has a lot of great drop potential. Very open, natural, and main base to drop from the air. But perhaps we'll see Zest go for a Stargate this time around. Maybe if he wants to mix it up. Great counter to sort of the early mine play if you get those Phoenix out.
Yeah. So maybe he won't go for it. Maybe save it for set number 5 if it does come to that.
Yep. Kind of like his last resort. Go for the mine hits, win the game.
Do critical damage.
Sick song, by the way. Just love these kind of later sort of match.
Oh yeah, they get so epic.
So intense.
Someone Shazam this and send the title to Moonblade.
Yeah, Shazam that. At Moonblade, help me out here. I want to play games to this song and win them, no doubt. There's no way I could lose listening to this.
Of course. Well, guys, the map is loaded up. Let's jump straight into game number 4 now on Bonnie Research Station.
핫6 GSL 시즌 3.
Up here in the north in the red, the Protoss player keeping his hopes alive.
KT 롤스터 제스트.
flexing his fingers.
Determined to bring this back. Down here in the south, in the 6th, Blue Terran player.
SK Telecom T1 Innovation.
Still on match point. If he wins this game, he goes to the semis.
Yeah, it's all Ogre. If he can do it this one time, he's got 2 games to go for it.
Vani Research Station. It does have that pocket natural, very safe place to expand to. Wouldn't be surprised if we did see a command center first on this map.
And I guess maybe this wouldn't be a terrible build to go for that kind of super greedy 3 CC kind of thing, but I don't think he's going to do it twice in a row.
No, I don't think so either, to be honest.
I don't think he can.
No.
On Sunday is the Star League Finals.
Yes.
And they're saying, of course, you got to go watch that. You do. To all you people watching.
Thank you for the advertisement.
Yeah, I hope you're going to that.
Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yell versus Hero. Going to be a pretty awesome series. It's going to be a team kill, unfortunately, but still, both these guys hungry for a win.
Yeah, they both want it really, really badly. So, team kill, schmeem kill is what I like to say.
That's an interesting sort of saying, Valdez, but I'll agree with you there. Oh, is he fully blocking that off? All right. Safety first. Pure greed from Zest. Going to deny any sort of scouting or run by.
Yeah, he's going to get a Zealot out here as well, which is
Scouting.
interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and from Innovation, just a CC first into that Rax gas. Not playing overly safe, to be honest. You know, normally, if you're paranoid of any sort of early timing, you'd like to add, you know, a 2nd or 3rd Rax before any sort of gas. Get out that bio, get out the Marines nice and quickly.
Yeah, Innovation taking a page out of Flash's book, especially if you get up in a series. It's like, well, just play as greedy as possible. You have a lot of games to lose before you're out.
Yeah, if you haven't lost a game yet, like we did see in last game, take big chances. Get ahead that way while your opponent's still recovering mentally from these kind of brutal losses, and you can just close it out then and there. He still had a game to burn before he gets to, you know, like 2-all. He goes for that final game. So he can afford to let this one go if he needs to.
Yeah.
For a big chance.
I think the last game was definitely the one where you go like full-on greed. I think this one, maybe take it a bit easy, especially against Zest. Like if you give him 2 games in a row, you know, we saw angry Zest in game 3, but he's going to be, you know, very determined, happy Zest if he wins this game as well.
Yeah.
That's not a Zest you want to play against.
No, absolutely not, Valdez. So both sides just playing very standard, very safe. Factory nearly finishing up. Then we'll have more of an idea of where he wants to go with this. And just that safety robo for Zest. You know, he's not. I actually didn't go for anything before then either. Like no Twilight, nothing. Just straight to robo. Maybe a Warp Prism nice and quickly. Wouldn't be a bad choice either. Something we've seen a lot in the past. Great map for it.
Who was it that did that build? I think it was Panic.
Is it the all-in build where he did like 8 gates to Flash? I know
yeah.
Flash died to it for sure.
Flash did die to it. It was a part of his big slump in Pro League. But I don't think this is the build.
No, I don't think so. Twilight is going to be the next choice here. Very quick observer out. Wouldn't it be sad if it was like a Colossus drop? I say that's sad because it's never had any success.
Yeah, that would be a bit sad.
Doesn't look like it there. Just going to be just a very quick robo.
What will we have, Innovation? A Raven.
Ooh.
Sick. I love when Terrans do this against Protoss. This is also an awesome map to do it on. If you can take out the observers near that back door and just limit the information, because you can pull the Protoss apart so easily if you're able to do that.
And look at this. Dark Shrine behind this as well. Well, that's the last thing he'd want to be doing against the Raven as well.
Yeah.
It's not a good choice at all. It's going to be that Dark Templar drop with the Warp Prism. Let's see where this Raven goes. Is it going to go out the map, or is it going to simply sit in between those bases and wait for observers?
It's an interesting thing to do on this map. I mean, he had some success on Echo using this kind of play after the Widowmines had, you know, wrecked his entire base, but as we said before, I mean, with the Raven out, this is just going to do nothing unless it's totally out of position.
Yeah, it really has to be out of position in a big way for this to do damage. And this could really put Zest in an awkward place. We'll see how much time he can buy with these Dark Templar. It's generally like a strategy. You can go for the drop, you do damage, but then you've always got them on the map to slow down the bio progressing to your bases, slow them down from trying to harass you, or even try and deal with your third base, as it is pretty open on this map.
I think the Observer might have seen the Raven also. He got very close and then he turned around right away. He's like, oh, I can't go into the main, I see the Raven here. So I think he's aware of it, and of course he didn't cancel that Dark Shrine, so...
Yeah.
All the things you were saying, Lid, are correct. Zest's going to try to use those to his advantage.
Oh, look at this. Raven as well as Viking looking for that Warp Prism.
Looking for Observers as well. Just wants to take him out. This is going to be 3 Dark Templar that are committed to here by Zest. Will it be a 4th? No.
Big commitment here. Still, I mean, if all the bio are out of place, these DTs could still get damage done to the SCVs. Looks like he's going to wait. Maybe he's going to wait for Innovation to move out. We'll see.
That would just be a very smart play, especially
that would be a smart play
when you know about this Raven on the map.
Well, all the bio are moving out. This could be triggering the Warp Prism. Yes, it does. Heading towards the natural here, but Raven and...
Well, he's got to commit to it now. He can't turn back here.
Going all in here.
And here comes the bio, but all 3 DTs will get out. Warp Prism is going to go down, but DTs should be able to do some damage here. Let's see how much damage.
Oh, Warp... Widowmine, sorry. He's going to go for the SCVs. Yeah. Oh, no. Bad pathing there. All right, well, that one goes down. I think the main one is still in action right now. There we go.
Finally taken down. So, a Warp Prism and 3 DTs for 7 SCVs.
Yeah. I guess it bought him some time, too, because that bio was moving out when that all went down.
Yeah.
So, not a bad choice at all. And he knows what he's up against. He did see the bio numbers. So he's like, okay, I have to be very careful here. This is a bad place to be. I got to get these Colossus out ASAP. I got to make sure I have production for these Zealots to buff for them. And he's getting that forward, so he's going to get some armor upgrade on the way.
Needs to quickly get some kind of a SimCity around that third base as well. It's a pretty wide, area around that third base where you can get a really nice concave as the Terran. So need to kind of limit his options.
That's right. Absolutely right there, Valdez. Look at that. Colossus range just finishing up there. So he's not in a bad place, so long as he gets maybe like 1 more Colossus out and a lot of Zealots to just help out with this.
This is what I was talking about with the Observers.
Yeah.
You have to go for multiple Observers on this map as Protoss just because of the back door. So this is going to force Zest to make 3 cannons in the back door that he did not want to make.
Oh, you know what this is as well? This is the same sort of timing we saw from Innovation on Echo in that Pro League game. It's 2 base. He's going to stay on 2 base and go for the complete aggression here. So we might even see the SCVs pulls. We'll have to wait and see. I think we are now, actually, from that main base. A lot of units coming across the map.
Give us a look-see.
Oh, it's bio, never mind.
Just bio for now.
Looks like you might not even need them, though, considering the armies right now.
Woo.
Oh. We're sitting at 3 Colossus, 2 Zealots, 12 Stalkers, 2 Sentries, against 13 Marauders, 27 Marines.
That is a lot of Stalkers. Look at the Mothership Core. It is out of position. Not going to be here for this fight. And not a lot of Zealots at all. This bio is just running over the Protoss army. 2 Colossi do go down. The last Colossus all alone, and everything melts once again. GG! Innovation.
Just like that, Valdez. Innovation in 1 foul swoop. Ends the game. Zest gets completely blown up. Thought he might go for like an SCV pull or something like that. Didn't even need it.
Didn't even need it. He was able to take out that 4th game, and this is a whole new innovation that we're seeing in this matchup. I don't know who he was practicing over the course of the last week, but he has improved, man.
Yeah, going for that Dark Templar drop just put him so far behind in production and everything else. Tech, very unfortunate build order. I guess in a way loss against a Raven opening.
Yeah. It's not something you see all the time, of course. I'd say it comes out maybe 10% of times out of Terrans, but if it were to come out, this is going to be the map,
Certainly, sir.
I think maybe Zest, as I was saying before, he found some damage before in the main specifically. So maybe he was saying like, oh, Innovation is going to skimp on turrets. I can find a ton of damage and take my third base very easily. But just kind of getting countered there in the builds.
Well, that's all it comes down to. Zest looking pretty angry, pretty disappointed. And I mean, it is the last GSL of the year, last Star League of the year. All these leagues are finishing up. So if you're not in Pro League, you're on holidays.
Yep. So Moonglade, we were 0 for 2 today in our predictions. Maru and Innovation, the two Terrans making it out.
Yeah, well, it's great to see Terran doing so well, to be honest. I love seeing Terran make it far in these tournaments. And, you know, we still have Vial waiting, as well as Deer. So every race has made it to the top 4.
And this means that there will definitely be a Terran in the finals. Either Maru or Innovation here. Wow.
That's going to be special. That's going to be fantastic.
Both of them are deserving. But taking a look at the results on Echo, Innovation going for a Drilling Claws rush and doing a ton of damage early on that map, and then took out Iron Fortress. And lost on Terraform to a Blink All-In. Held off the one-base Blink All-In on Iron Fortress, and then won in that last game on Bonnie Research Station.
Deflecting the build from Zest, just following up with such a powerful bio push. Could not deal with it, could not protect his third base. Just not enough from Zest there. And very well played from Innovation, showing some new styles, new strategies, especially that game 1. I loved it. Love seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, Innovation is going to be up on the stage here with, well, not on the stage, but in the corner with our very nice foliage and couches and the very lovely Guri to present it to us. So let's see what he has to say.
선수였습니다. 축하드립니다.
네, 감사합니다.
Congratulations!
네, 와, 참 4강 진출도 그리고 복수에도 성공을 했습니다. 소감 어떠세요?
You have advanced to the semifinals, and you were able to have revenge for your recent loss. Even though our team was on vacation, I prepared very hard for today's match. I think I showed some new strategies tonight, so I'm very satisfied about that.
선수는 어떤 세트가 가장 마음에 드세요?
Which set was the most satisfying for you? Personally, the fourth set, or the first set.
나오지 않을 법한 전략이었고 또 천공질에도 잘 통해가지고.
That was a new build
천공지를
in
쓰고
both of
나니까
those
또
maps.
주성 선수가 굉장히 웃으면서 또 하나를 해주시더라고요. 그 주성 선수와의 경기를 위해서 미리 이렇게 연습했다고 하는 게 그 부분인가요, 지금?
Were those strategies prepared for Zest?
조금 감독님께서도
After losing in Pro League,
새로운 걸 해야 된다고
the coach
해가지고
told me
그때부터 좀
you have to change your style.
여러 개가 나와가지고.
So I thought of new builds after that.
네,
Since
오늘
that
굉장히
happened,
깔끔하게 또 성공을 해서 기분이 좋으실 것
so those were the
같은데
builds that I came up with.
정말 재밌었어요. 이신영 선수의 벙커도 특별해 보이고 상대가 몰래 점추를 준비를 했는데 본진 정찰로 그걸
The second set, he went for Blink Stalkers, but you were able to scout that and defend that all in.
사실 상대 의도를 조금 일찍 파악을 해가지고 또 어느 정도
I was able to scout his strategy
좀 쉽게
early
나올 줄
enough.
알았는데 그 중간에 파수기 역장 치는 거를 생각을 알고
So I thought that I could defend it easier, more easier, but it was still a little difficult to defend for me.
좀 힘들었던 경기인 것 같아요.
네, 오늘 경기력이 정말 놀랍지만 더 놀라운 거는 예상 스코어 3대1도 맞췄어요. 3세트를 그
You
테라폼에서
predicted the
아쉽게
score
내지
correctly
않았는데
for tonight.
사실 그
You said you were going to win 3-1, and you actually
그게
did.
상대가 이제 2대0 좀 벽으로 몰린 상황이었고 최대한 안정적으로 할 것 같다 싶어서 그렇게 배를 불리신 건지 궁금하네요.
Why did you go for the three command centers in that third set?
빌드긴 한데 제가
네.
한 가지
It was a build I prepared for today.
당했다는 거를 좀 놓치고 있어서 상대가 트리플인 거
But I
알고
didn't
좀
know that he scouted it, my build.
네.
그거를
That
좀
was the
놓친 게
reason he
아쉽게
went for
했어요.
an aggressive
그래서
strategy.
준비한 게 있긴 했는데 그 못 보여줘서 아쉽다. 그 부분이 눈에 들어오네요. 자, 이제 4강에
I
올라가게
was
됐고
kind of sad that I didn't get to show that strategy I prepared in the
어떠세요?
third set.
아직 한 번도 못 이겨본 걸로 알고 있는데
네.
사실
I think it's
네,
been a
잘
long
모르겠는데
time
준비를 잘 해야 될 것
that I
같아요.
defeated Maru.
네.
Well, that I never defeated Maru before. So I'm gonna have to prepare very well for that semi-final match.
되고 행복할 것 같습니다. 마지막으로 응원해주시고 계시는 팬들에게 한마디 해주시죠.
Any final comments to the fans?
사실 오늘 제가 이길 거라고 예상을 좀 못하셨을 것 같은데 그래도
Probably a lot of fans didn't expect me to win this easily tonight.
선수한테 되게 약한데
네.
준비를 또
And also, I'm very weak against Maru.
결승 갈 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
I'm gonna prepare
네,
very hard for that
과연
match.
1년 만에 다시
and to
한번
advance to the
결승
finals.
성공할지 기대해보고요. 다시 한번
Thank you very much,
축하드립니다.
Innovation. Interesting
네. 자, 이렇게 마지막
interview there.
진출자
Good to hear that he had a lot of strategies prepared, and good to hear that Uve kicked his butt after that pearly gloss.
Yeah, man, that's what he needed. And he's here in the semifinals. So who is going to join him? It's going to be Deer versus Bial on the left side of the bracket for a PvT, and then Maru versus Innovation in a TVT.
That's going to be a sick TVT.
Oh, yes.
With how Innovation is playing his mech TVT right now, I think should be fairly confident against Maru.
Yeah.
And as for Bial versus Deer, Deer already created such an upset beating Classic, but Bial, that guy is the most consistent Zerg right now, clearly the best Zerg in the world, hands down. I'm very excited to see that match.
Yeah. I would have to favor Bial, but as you were saying before, Deer could come out on any given day and I suppose defeat anyone. He proved that against Classic. He came in very prepared and he won the game. So, guys, that's going to do it for us. Nick and Dan, Tasis, and our toasters are going to be here next week to do the round of 4 and the finals. Any final thoughts, Moonglade?
Just it's a great season to end things this year for GSL. I'm very excited to see how it ends up.
And guys, make sure you check out on Sunday the finals of Star League, Hero versus Bial. It's going to be another fantastic match. But that's going to do it for us. Thanks once again for watching. We'll see you next time.